Step 1. Prezi. I typed in the name of my how-to video and clicked Start Editing. I then selected a blank template from a list of 6 templates. I double-clicked on the Add box and then added in Criteria 6. I then pressed OK when I was finished typing. You can insert numerous things into Prezi, like shapes, images, so I clicked the Image button. I then went through my files until I found the file I was looking for and clicked Open. When that was finished downloading, I then moved it into the box, also moving my title to where I wanted it to stay. I then went on YouTube and found my social realism film intro, Half Full. Once I'd found this, I copied the link, clicked back on my Prezi tab, went to Insert, the YouTube sign, and pasted my YouTube link. I then clicked Insert, and my social realism film intro was there. I then made it smaller by pressing the minus button and turned it around until I was happy with where it was. I then created a path from the title, the picture, and my video, and then this would be shown when I press play. Step 2. Lucidchart. I typed in the name of the flowchart I wanted to make, in this case Criteria 6, and pressed OK. I then selected a box from the side panel, dragged it into the centre, and typed in Criteria 6. When I'd finished, I then made a link and clicked another box and wrote the name of the site I was using, Lucidchart. I then made another line which linked onto another box which said how-to video. I then went on to Google and got one of my previous images I'd used from my post-production evaluations. Step 3. SurveyMonkey. I clicked Create Survey in the middle of my page and typed in Criteria 6. I then clicked Continue. I clicked the button that says Add Questions and typed in the question, how old are you? I then added a multiple choice answer from the list of answer choices and typed in 11 to 16, 17 to 20, 1, and 22 plus, which were all the options I gave in my target audience research. I then clicked Save and Add Next Question. My next question was, what is your gender? I again clicked the multiple choice with only one answer and typed in female and male, as those were the only choices I would allow my target audience to answer. I then clicked Save and Close, and as you can see, the questions were laid out in a survey format. I then clicked Send. Step 4. Keynote. I clicked the theme I wanted for my keynote. Waited for that to load. Then typed in Criteria 6 into the title space. I then added a new slide by clicking New at the top left-hand corner. I named the slide Graphs, then went to the Charts list at the top and clicked on Pie Chart. I then moved it by dragging it across the screen. I selected my pie chart and then deleted the added cells that I didn't need. So I was left with 3, which were all of the answers for my age section. I then added in the ages I'd given in my questionnaire so that I could write down the data I'd collected and it would be presented accurately on my pie chart. I then typed in the amount of answers I had for each question. And this presented it in a key layout to show what happened in my target audience. I then clicked text box at the top icon bar and typed in an explanation for my results. I then click play. I went onto YouTube and clicked upload and select files from your computer. I then had a list of all the files and I clicked my introduction. I then waited for it to load. I edited the title, made it public, put it under the category of education, and in the description wrote first final cut of my AS Media Social Realism film intro. I then clicked Save Changes and waited for it to load. Once it had loaded, I could successfully exit the screen, scribed. I clicked upload at the top icon bar, select file and upload, and then uploaded a file from my files. I clicked OK to the terms and agreements of Scribed. It then converted my media essay. I saved this, which meant that it would publish it, then clicked on the file. I then clicked Embed Document at the top left icon bar and copied this code. I then went on to my blogger site, Danielle Goff Media, clicked New Post and pasted this link into the post box. I then wrote Media Essay, the name of the file, and previewed this to make sure that it had loaded properly. I clicked on Pages and went to Miscellaneous on the list of word processing choices. I then clicked Storyboard. I wrote the name of my film, which is Half Full, next to Storyboard at the top left-hand corner of the screen, and then changed the shot to Establishing. I then wrote information and changed the font type to medium. And then wrote Wimbledon Townhouse, as this was the shot I was going to insert. I then uploaded this and dragged it across the screen into my text box. I then clicked play to see how it would look. SlideShare. I clicked upload at the top icon bar, uploaded one file, chose my file from a list of files on my desktop, went through my files, clicked open, and then waited for that to load. I then added it to the education category and clicked save changes. It was then uploaded. I then embedded the quote onto my clipboard and copied it, and then went back to my Blogger to post it by pasting the embedded document and also again clicking preview to make sure it worked.